Alright, today we have an interesting tutorial where we'll be creating everything from the scratch. That is a data warehouse. We'll be creating dimension, fact tables and also defining data models. So let's begin with today. We'll click on workspace. I'll add new workspace. Let's give a name to my workspace. Let's hit apply if the name is available. Let's try it for free because the 60 days trial is enough for us for this entire series of hands-on. Now let's begin by creating a data warehouse. I'll go to these three dots, click on the create button here, and data warehouse is somewhere here. Under data warehouse we'll create one warehouse. So let's begin by selecting a warehouse. Let's give a name to our warehouse. Let's hit the create button. So warehouse is a relational database in which we define tables and objects. So let's begin by creating the dimension table. I have the query here on my files, the two files, hands-on files if you look, the SQL queries. So first we'll begin with this, and this file basically contains some data related to product dimensions. Tons of data will insert later. So let's begin by first creating a table. So creating a table, the command is easy. If you are familiar about databases, we use create table, then table name, then the column names along with the data type. So that is the basic syntax of creating a table. So let's go to my Fabric. Here I got new SQL. Let's hit it. Let's paste it. Let's hit the run button. So once the query is executed successfully, we can check the tables. If we check the create table command, this is the schema name, right? And this is the table name. So we can ensure whether it is created or not by going to schemas. Since it is under DBO schema, I'll expand DBO. Under tables, I can see dim product, that is dimension table for product is there for us. So looks good. We have created one table now. So since the table doesn't contain any value now, so let's insert some values. I'll hit again new SQL query. It will open up a new tab. Let's go back to my file. Here I have got insert product table values. I'll just copy it and paste it here. I'll hit run, wait for some seconds. Since the data isn't much, it should get completed probably by now. Alright, there was some syntax error because by mistake I have copied the header of the Word file as well. So now this looks good. I'll hit a run once again because insert into is the command to insert values into a table. So that's why I was wondering why is it taking so long. So it's okay to commit some mistakes. So it succeeded in 8 seconds. Let's view the data. How do we view the data? We can do fire SQL commands as well. Select star. Another way is to I go to new SQL query. How do we do it? I right clicked on this new SQL query, select top 10 star. Another way, if I left click on here, it will again show the values of the table, whatever the dimension product has got. So this is two ways of seeing the values what the table contains. Another the different way which I mentioned is this one, which is nothing but firing a select statement, right? Since the table doesn't got much values, only 3 rows, that's why top 100 is too much, but again this will work. Looks good. Let's close this out. Now since we need to create different kinds of tables, I have on my another file, that is the I'll insert more values into dim product table. So let's create this tables, right? It will basically create more tables. Now I'll open new tab. Let's paste the entire contents. So here we go. It contains something 5000 lines of code, 5800 or something, and here it basically contains more values to dimension product as mentioned, and few more tables as well. If you look, it will create a dimension customer as well, right? Different kind of total 4 tables. So let's go ahead and hit the run button. Please note on the table section on the left hand side, and now different tables with values are getting inserted. Let's wait till this gets completed. All right, the query got succeeded in 14 seconds. We can verify the data under the Explorer pane. If you look under tables, previously we had just one, that is dim product. Now 3 more tables: dim customer, dim date, and a fact sales order. And these 3 new tables got added along with the values. So far so good. So now let's begin by defining data model. How do we do it? This is the toolbar. In the toolbars, we will select model layout button, and here we'll get the diagrammatic view of our different kinds of tables in our data warehouse. So if you look right hand side, these tables we don't want. We know these are created by default. We need the fact sales order. So let's drag it. I have clicked the left mouse button. I'll put somewhere here. I'll zoom out here for more visibility, and here we got the fact sales order, which is my fact table. Other tables: dim customer, dim date, dim product. So dim means dimension, and product definitely the table name. So dim followed by the table name, dimension table, it means the respective dimension tables. So now it's time that we drag the product keys, especially the primary keys for each table, and map it with the fact table. So how do we do it? So from let's see, I want the product key, and here we have the dim product. So product key, and from fact sales order, I'll just drag it. You can see the dotted rectangular box for product key on the dim product. I'll leave it here, and here we will get one pop-up, the relationship type. Please make sure it's from fact sales, that is our from fact table, to our dimension table, which is nothing but fact sales order to dim product, that is dimension product table. And cardinality is many to one. We have different kind of relationship: many to one, one to one, one to many. But for this is many to one cardinality. And again, cross filter direction, it will be single direction, that is we'll be seeing the direction in a while. For now, let's quickly save this and show you the direction. If I see if we can see, the direction is one direction, the arrow is pointing here. By direction, it will be two direction, right? So now let's repeat the process for customer keys, and we have customer table here, we have customer key, right? So let's drag this on here. Please make sure fact table is from the table from, and to table is dimension table. We'll leave everything as it is. Hit the save button. So now we are able to see how see, whenever I'm putting my cursor here, it will highlight. Same goes here. Now let's repeat the process for the date dimension, that is for the date key. We have the keys. We have got sales order date key. Let's drag this and drag to date key in the date dimension. Let's scroll down and hit the save button. So now let me move this, or perhaps I can move the this table here. Now this looks good. We got everything under one screen, how the tables are related. So this is nothing but the data model, what we are talking about in theory few moments back in different video. So this is what it goes. So now let's say we want to query the data warehouse tables. Since data warehouse tables are relational, is a relational database, we know, so definitely we can use SQL to query these tables. So let's query fact and dimension tables. Now let's click new SQL query, and under new SQL query, let me go back to my SQL queries tab. I have got here the query for fact and dimension data. Let me copy this. I'll paste it here, paste it and hit the run button. Now we need to note that the attributes, that is attributes in the sense the columns in the date dimension, has enabled us to aggregate the measures in the fact table in multiple hierarchies. If you look, calendar year is there, then month of the year, then the month name. So definitely one stands for January, 2 for February. Similarly, we have done the aggregation, that is the sales revenue for each month of the year along with the mention of the year. So looks good. Now let's add the second dimension to this aggregation. I'll open a new tab. I'll not disturb that query. I'll leave that as it is. I'll now run this. Let me copy this. I'll just paste this and now run. After this is done, we'll compare query 5 and 6. So now if I see here, sales region is the second dimension we have added to the result set. Previously, if you look here, we haven't got any kind of region here from where this sales revenue is coming from. Now we have more idea from where this is getting generated. So I can see in January, that is on in the January, month of January and year 2021, the amount came from Canada, so this is the amount. Similarly, for January month from United Kingdom, this is the amount what we generated in the sales, right? And same goes for United States, this is the amount, right? So that is how we can add more or a second dimension to our aggregation. So now let's say I want to create a view. You might be knowing, if you are into data engineering already, or you're familiar with databases, then Microsoft Fabric also got views, just like traditional relational databases what we have, right? So we can create objects like views and stored procedures. So let's do it. I'll hit new SQL query here. Let me go to my query file, and here we got the SQL for creating views. So let's click or copy this. I'll paste it and hit run. So basically it will create one view. So just I'm explaining views in a simple layman terms. So view is nothing but kind of subset of the table, can be a subset of the table or small section of the table. If I go in the views, we can see the view populated here. That is, this is the view we just created. The view name is V sales by region, which is nothing but this one. So in the Explorer pane, we can view the data, or otherwise we can run a SQL query itself. So I have the SQL query to check the views. I have got the, if you note, this is the view, right? V sales region, V for view, what we have created now. I'll query the view now. Just like table, we can also query the view. Let's open a new tab. I'll paste it and hit run. So let's see what it has got. So if you look here, the similar thing, whatever we have done in previous query, if you look, right, the sales region and all, similarly we have created one view out of it. So that what it goes, how we can query the data by creating views. Now let's see, I am not a SQL expert and I am not much familiar with SQL language. Instead of writing queries, how do we do it in a visual manner such that a non-technical person who is familiar with, let's say, Power Query can also achieve the same results? How do we do it? So now here, if I expand this, I got a visual query. Let's go to visual query, and now you can see it's empty. So this is the basically known as the canvas. So let's put the tables. I'll move the fact table, that is fact sales order, into the canvas. I'll click on the three dots. I'll click on insert into canvas. So now in a diagrammatic manner, we can see the fact sales order is present and followed by the values as well, we can see. Similarly, let's insert the dimension table for product. I'll insert into the canvas. We can insert multiple tables into the canvas just like this. We got two tables now, and here let's merge the queries. How do we do it? We got the plus button after highlighting the fact sales order. You can see the blue rectangular mark. We will get the plus button. Similarly, if you want to highlight the dimension product, you will get the plus button. Whatever you click, you will get the plus button. So for now, let's merge the queries by clicking the plus button. We got the merge queries here, and now since I want to merge the queries for the product key, we need to select one left table. Our left table will be by default the plus button where we have created, which is nothing but the sales order table. For right table, let's select dim product, which is the other table, that is this one, right? So here we need to choose the primary keys, or the foreign keys for the two tables. So product key is the common factor for both the tables. So let's click on the column name. Similarly, I'll click here and it is matching here. Let's so it you can see all 4,311 rows got matched here. By default, the different kinds of join we have, just like in relational database, right? Inner join is nothing but the common factor for the tables. Left join is where the left table, all the values of left table including the common factor of both the tables will be populated. So that's what called the left join. So let's keep as it is. I'll hit OK and let this operation is succeeded, we can see now. And here this is the preview. We can note that dim product, this column got added to the fact sales order, right? So now we can expand this. How do you do it? I can click here. I'll remove all the selections here. I'll select let's say just the product name. I'll hit OK. So if you want to look the data for a single product as per the request of someone, we can use the product name to filter the data in the query as well. So from here we can visualize the results. Also we can download it in Excel format. So since we are talking about visualization, so let's begin the visualization. So I'll hit the model layout, which brings me to this page. And here, if you see, the eye is popping up. We can hide the columns from either fact table or dimension tables. But please note that this won't remove the columns from the model. It simply hides them from the view on the report canvas. So how do we hide it? Let's start hiding something. Let's hide, let's say, sales order date key. I'll click on this I button, and you can see is hidden is yes. This is toggled on whenever I have clicked it. Similarly, let's hide customer key and product key. This looks good for the fact table. Similarly, let's move on to the dim customer table. We have the customer key. Whatever we don't need, we can definitely hide it. Then we have the customer alt key. Let's hide this as well, which we don't need it. Same goes for date dimension. That is, we don't need the date key and date alt key. I'll just hide this too. Next goes the product table. So for the product table, let's say I don't need the product key and product alt key. I'll hide it. So now we are done, and we can now build a report to make this dataset available to other users as well. So on the reporting tab, let's go here. I have got the new report. Let's click here and we will get one pop-up. Let's hit continue, and now let's expand the fact sales order. So once we expand the fact sales order, we can see the columns which we have hidden are no longer available here in the data, right? So let's select sales total. This will add to the canvas. So we got the sales total up in the canvas now. This looks good. Now let's expand the dim product. We got the category. Let's select this. We can expand this visualization by dragging something like this. We can also change the visualization. We have different kind of charts, right? Whatever looks good, we can definitely change it by clicking whatever we need. So I'm back with the clustered column chart now. Next, this is the visualizations, right? We can do as much formatting as we want. Now let's go to format your visual here in this tab. So here we got a couple of things. If we look, we got the general tab here. I'll expand the title. Let's say I want to change this title. Let's type something. So here, after typing, if we want to increase the font, I can press the plus button. It will increase the font of whatever value you want. If you want to bold, it will make it bold. Even we can change the font type. So as much formatting we can do. So here in the file, we got the save. If we want to save the report, let's give a name to our report, sales report category, maybe, since it is based on category. I'll hit the save button. So it says report saved, and now it will give the basically report in the full screen mode. So here we go with the report as well. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful, where we have created today the date dimension, the dimension tables, fact tables, data model, and we have even visualized the data and fired SQL queries related to it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let's meet in next part of this series.